Hey golfers, Joe here from Pure Drive Physio and Performance, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get more hip turn in your golf swing. I'm Joe, I'm a licensed physical therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist, and a TPI certified practitioner. Before we get any further into the video, if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below, and if you want to get notifications to when my videos come out, please hit that notification bell as well. And if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and give that a share. If you do any of those things, it really helps me and the channel out, and I really appreciate anything that you do from those actions. Okay, so more hip turn in the golf swing. Well, I have to say, Chubbs said it best from Happy Gilmore, saying that it's all in the hips. And we know that in the golf swing, a majority of distance and power comes from the lower body, primarily the hips. So if you've been dealing with maybe some low back pain during a round or after a round of golf, or you feel like your hips are getting stuck, then we need to take a look at how your hips are moving and turning. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite mobility drills to improve your hip turn, whether that's in the backswing or the downswing, as well as some drills to help you improve your ability to independently move your hips from the rest of your body. That will help you allow your hips to fire appropriately in the golf swing and even create a little bit more of an X factor stretch so you can hit that ball further. Without any further ado, let's get into the video.
When it comes to hip mobility, we must talk about hip internal rotation, as it is commonly limited in most amateur golfers, and we will go into it into our downswing and our backswing. This drill will help you improve your hip internal rotation as well as your hip external rotation. You're going to start sitting on the ground with your hands back behind you and supporting you. And then from there, you're just going to rotate towards one way so that the knees come down towards the ground. And you want to make sure that you keep your knees and your hips at 90-degree angles throughout the drill. When you're performing this drill, if you're not able to get your knees all the way down, or if your butt comes up off of the ground, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. And the more that you do this over time, you'll start to notice improvement in your hip mobility and your ability to keep your butt down and get your knees down towards the ground. This is more of an advanced drill, but will pay dividends in the long run if you stay consistent with it. You're going to set up in the 90-90 position here, and then from there what you're going to do is lift your back foot and ankle up towards the ceiling as shown in the video. The goal is to lift your foot up as high as you possibly can while maintaining an upright trunk throughout the drill. If you are unable to lift your ankle while keeping your torso upright, you can do what I'm doing in the video, which is leaning forward, and that will decrease the intensity of the drill and allow you to lift your foot up. The more that you lean forward, the easier it should be to lift your foot up off of the ground. When lifting, you want to hold for a few seconds and then lower it back down to the ground slowly. Now we're going to transition to a couple of drills for hip external rotation, which is vitally important to allow for maximal hip turn in the backswing and the downswing. For the first drill, you're going to be lying down on your back, and you're going to just cross one leg so that your ankle or just above your ankle is resting right above your knee on the opposite side. With that leg that is resting on the opposite side, you're going to actively try to bring your knee down towards the ground and towards your opposite foot. By doing this, we will get a good active stretch into hip external rotation, and we will also be using the muscles along the backside of our hip and our buttock, which will be vital for the golf swing as well. This drill is going to work on end range external rotation. So you're going to bring your thigh that's closest to the ground to about hip height, and then have your knee at about 90 degrees. And then from there, you're just going to work on trying to rotate your shin bone and foot up towards the ceiling as far as you can. Hold for a few seconds and then lower back down. The best golfers in the world are able to independently move their hips from the rest of their body, and you cannot have maximal hip turn if you're not able to do the same. So now let's go over a few drills for that. This first drill is the exact drill that I use to learn how to independently rotate my hips from the rest of my body. So you can grab a PVC pipe, you can use your driver, or hold on to a dresser or something very stable at about arm's length away from you. And you're going to start with your feet together, and you're just going to work on rotating your hips slowly towards each way. As you get more comfortable with this, you can start to go faster and faster, but first start off very slow to really get the movement down. Now, if this drill is very tough, the more pressure that you put down through the object with your hands, the easier the drill will be. And then the less pressure you put down through the object with your hands, the more difficult this drill will be. So progress appropriately. This is an advanced version of the previous drill. You can use a band or a cable column, and with the anchor point of the band or the cable column, you want to set it up somewhere between chest and belly button height. Pull it out so that there's some tension, and you want to be able to keep your hands in the middle of your body. You do not want them to rotate back towards the anchor point. From there, with your feet about hip to shoulder width apart, you're going to work on rotating your hips away from the anchor point of the band or the cable column as far as you can. Again, you want to start off slow so you get the movement down, and then you can start to speed it up.
All right, golfers, those are some of my favorite drills to help you improve your hip turn. If you would like more tips just like this delivered directly to your inbox, please hit the link down below in the description to sign up for my weekly newsletter where you get 3 tips every single week on how to improve your performance on and off the golf course. And lastly, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you know when I send out new videos. And again, if you found this video to be helpful, please hit that like button. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and then I'll see you in the next video. And remember, when you feel great, you golf great.